guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 Mazda 3 hatchback turbo. And huge thanks to Tyrone Square Mazda in St. Petersburg, Florida for making this review possible. These guys have an impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to their inventory below. And if you're looking for a new car in the Florida area, I would definitely suggest checking these guys out. And for those of you guys who don't know, the Mazda 3 has been Mazda's compact sedan and hatchback since 2003. That's when the first generation was released. The first two generations of the Mazda 3 came equipped with an optional 2.3-liter turbocharged engine for the Mazda Speed 3. Many enthusiast journalists and engineers actually say that the 2.3 found in the Mazda Speed 3 is extremely similar to the EcoBoost 2.3 we see in Ford's lineup, ranging from vehicles like the Focus RS, Lincoln Corsairs, you can see them in the Ford Explorers, and the Mustang EcoBoost, of course. So very popular, proven motor, and it all technically started from the Mazda Speed 3. But here for 2022, unlike the Speed 3 back then for the first two generations, that vehicle had front-wheel drive and extreme torque steer. Here we have all-wheel drive, so it should really correct those problems. This motor is also extremely powerful, making 250 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque on premium fuel. Once you have regular fuel, it drops down to 227 and 310. But here we have the base 2.5 turbo trim, still loaded with features. Base price sitting around $31,500. What do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you can see the flickering headlights are going to be full LEDs. They're not actually flickering in real life. The black headlight housing surrounding it really flows flushly with this black grille. Excellent design. As far as the daytime runners, can't really see them. I'm going to assume that this little ring outside the headlight is your daytime running strip. You have your turn signal on the outside. This black trim really contrasts this snow metallic paint. Absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully you can pick up the metallic with the sun over here. And I apologize for the wind. It is starting to get a little bit windy. We'll try to hurry up this outside portion of the review. Really loving that grille. The airflow, as you see, is going to surround your Mazda badge. Not the largest. It's going to house your advanced safety features, but really liking this grille. One more step back, you can take a look at the front styling. As far as the wheel and tire setup, let's hop out over here and check it out. So here we're going to have our black 18-inch rims wrapped in Bridgestone Turenza tires. Dimensions are 215/45 R18s. Pretty solid all-season compound. I'm liking the body color trim outside of the wheel well. No plastic cladding, and not the most wheel gap. You have about an inch of wheel gap, so pretty good overall side profile. I'm liking the stance on this Mazda 3 hatchback. You guys can hopefully pick it up. Very unique, very aggressive. Stepping inside, as far as the mirrors, they're also going to be blacked out. Great contrast to this white paint. LED turn signal on the mirror. The glass filling up the frame pretty well. Blind spot monitoring on the glass too. Window trim, gonna be chrome on the bottom, blacked out B-pillar. We have black on the upper part of the window trim. Smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Nothing in the rear, wouldn't really be expected. No tints. It would be nice to see some tints on this 3 hatch. However, aftermarket, that can of course be done. Really liking the side profile with a little flare. Very aggressive looking curves in this rear hatch area. Really a thumbs up for the design. The gas tank not going to be a push to open, wouldn't really be expected. Blacked out spoiler also contrasts this roof pretty well. A black roof wouldn't hurt, but this metallic paint, I am really liking it. So whenever I see those sparkles, I can forgive the fact that there's no black roof. No tints for the hatch, of course. The taillights are going to be the old school, haven't been updated like the new CX-5. Still really liking the design. I'm liking this round little bullet look for both the reverse light and the tail light. Turn signal on the outside, of course. Mazda 3 all-wheel drive badging. Mazda badges with the black insert, Skyactiv G turbo, and the black diffuser also very aggressive. You can see your exhaust tips rumbling around. But let's take a couple more steps back and hear how this 2.5-liter turbo sounds. Alright guys, that was of course the sound of the 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine sold by Mazda for this 2022 Mazda 3 hatchback turbo with all-wheel drive. Opening it up, we're not going to get any struts unfortunately. We'll figure out the prop rod. I'm liking how Mazda gives us an arrow so we really know where the prop rod leads. But here we have it, 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder making 250 horsepower, 320 pound-feet of torque on premium fuel. On regular, drops down to 227 and 310. Pretty sure we have regular fuel in this dealership car unless this dealership added 93. We'll check it out though, see how the performance is. On premium fuel, this car can get to 60 in around 5.5 seconds. Really quick, hot hatch. We can shut this hood up right here and figure out this prop rod, drop it, Really liking this metallic white paint. You guys have to check it out one more time. We'll take one more step back though. Look at the front styling, and let's take a look at the interior on this 2022 Mazda 3 hatchback turbo. And up top, everything's gonna be soft touch, very similar to the Preferred that we reviewed on this channel already. Red contrast stitching, really soft leatherette material. Aluminum's gonna integrate perfectly with the grab handle, which is very well rate resisted. We got the premium Bose audio system, and I gotta admit, this is one of the best sound systems that I've heard on this channel. It actually shakes your skull because of how small this cabin is, and the subwoofer is gonna be kind of open compared to a lot of sedans. Power one touch for all four, a little bit of piano black. We're gonna have some plastic surrounding it. That's where the bubbles are coming from. No storage, this is just gonna be a grab handle. I like the padding, it's gonna be pretty soft. It's not gonna be the softest, but it's gonna be still a very nice area to rest your hand, and it continues all the way up top. Really good storage. I'd expect you to fit a foot long in here. Pretty large cup holder. You could probably fit a 20 ounce in there, and it's gonna be directly vertical. So you can put a coffee cup in there. Doesn't have to be necessarily a bottle with a really tight lid, and you're not gonna have to worry about spilling it unless you're driving like a complete maniac. You can fit some coins in this little tray too. So they really thought it through when it came to at least door panel storage. A little bit more plastic covering for the owner that's going to potentially own this vehicle, so I can't really tell you if there is a nameplate. Probably not. As far as the seats, it's going to be this grayish color material, no perforation, but still very soft leatherette seats. Very comfortable headrest too. Really nice. We'll check out the comfort. The adjustments include two-way lumbar control. You can slide them, lift them, drop them, and recline the seats as well. We'll take a step inside and really check it out. So first thing I noticed, again, the steering wheels in the Mazda 3s are great. Very good thickness. I'm liking the 10 and 2, 9 and 3s, perfect in your hands. And we also get paddle shifters for this turbo model. First Mazda vehicle that I've reviewed on this channel that's had paddle shifters. The steering wheel itself, great. Volume adjustment, skip your song, source to, and you can mute the audio with this button if you just click it. Voice commands, you can hang up the phone info. That controls this little heads up display, so you can see things such as driving information, change up the speedometer. You can be right here, so we're gonna leave it here. This is my personal favorite. We're currently kind of low on fuel. Not quite sure because we have over almost a quarter tank. Not quite sure the low fuel alert needs to be that early, but we'll press the button to get rid of that alert. The tach goes to about 6,300 RPM. On the right side, we have the coolant temp and the gas level. We also have a digitally illuminated gas level on this side and your average MPGs right here. As far as the horn, it's gonna be a rubberized texture, Mazda badge in the middle with some aluminum outside of it. The horn itself, pretty aggressive sounding horn. We have pretty good sound insulation. We had dual pane windows on the CX-5 we just reviewed. No dual pane windows here, but still a very, very thick glass compound. The dashboard's gonna be all soft touch in this area. The frame also gonna be a rubberized soft touch. Stitching, really soft stitching for where your passengers are gonna be looking. Pretty impressive overall, guys. Down here to the left of the steering wheel, you can turn off your 360 sensing. You got the traction control, which can be disabled. Memory seats too. Really impressive features so far. You got some secret storage too. This can function as an ashtray or something, depending on what your personal habits are. As far as the steering wheel adjustments, you have the tilt and telescope with this latch. Pedals, you can hopefully get a good look. Not gonna be anything crazy. We have a floor mounted gas pedal, kind of consistent with Mazda's lineup. Continue along. As far as the infotainment screen, we have some plastic. The glare is gonna be brutal. I'm gonna try to reposition this vehicle so you can see a little bit better, and I'll catch back with you in 1 second. Unfortunately, guys, there really isn't anything I can do to limit this glare. If anything, I actually think it just got worse. So we'll just try to go right back into our original location. It was just simply right back there. You can take a look at the backup camera. Pretty good resolution. Yeah, really bad glare. So the reason for that is because look at the design. You see how the infotainment screen kind of caves in? So you're gonna get glare from the windshield, you're gonna get glare from the windows, and on top of that, this area is gonna be kind of reflective. So as this gets light shining on it, because as you see, it's not gonna be that same material as this. It's not gonna be a leather material. So this gets a lot of light on it and it reflects against the screen. So it creates a lot of glare. Hopefully Mazda changes this design ASAP because it gets really tough to see during the day. Beneath that, I'm liking the stitching material. Dual zone auto climate control, heated seats, no cooled seats, heated steering wheel, also nice. Hazards, rear windshield defroster, all that. Pretty impressive down here. Very good storage. You can probably fit a bunch of phones. I'm liking the soft material for where your knee will often hit. 2 cup holders, they're gonna be rubberized. Pretty good spot for 12 to 16 ounce cups. The gear selector is gonna control your 6-speed automatic transmission. We have manual controls in the proper directions: downshift, pushing forward, upshift, pulling back. Backup camera, we already checked it out. Pretty solid resolution We are not going to get guidance lines or trajectory. It would be nice. It would also be nice to get parking sensors, but both not a very big deal for this pretty high performance hot hatch. We'll put it back into park. We have sport mode right next, so we can disable it on and off. We'll try this vehicle out in normal mode and then transition into sport. Electronic parking brake, auto hold. This is going to control your infotainment, of course, and you can skip the songs and adjust the volume right here. Very convenient spot for your passengers. Favorites, all going to be piano black surrounding it, but they're going to be really limiting the piano black. You don't see it all throughout this interior like you do with a lot of other vehicles. It kind of makes it just have a more premium look. Aluminum surrounding the gear selector. Very, very large armrest. It's very well padded too. One of the softer ones in the business. Huge thumbs up. It also slides back and forth if you want to have access to this little storage cubby, 2 USB ports, and a 12-volt. Good spot for a radar tech. You can open it up, check out the overall space. Not the deepest, but if you lay them down, you could probably fit a 6-pack of cans in here with really no problems at all. We have an additional little divider, so if you want to split some stuff apart so they're not hitting against each other, you could do so as well. But we'll put this thing right back to where it is. I'm really liking how it flushly leads. Check that out with the stitching. Really, really good engineering when it came to the interior. As far as this glove box, loving this aluminum strip. The air vents, very unique design with this little crossbar in the center. I like aluminum on the glove box latch. You don't see that very often. Very premium interior in this vehicle, guys. It's going to be damped. Massive glove box. Actually, one of the bigger ones you'll see in the business. You could probably fit 2 pairs of shoes. I would expect to be able to fit 2 pairs of shoes in here. 30 license plates. Really a huge thumbs up when it came to storage in this Mazda 3. Frameless mirror. Completely frameless mirror. It's not going to have any garage home link settings on it. You got all your interior lighting settings. You have a sunglass holder. Also nice. As far as the sunroof, we can open it up right here. It's not going to be a panoramic, but it's still nice to get a sunroof. And it's a pretty nice day right now. It's sunny and about 65 degrees in St. Petersburg, Florida. Really nice. The wind's getting a little bit rough. Outside of that, though, we shouldn't be affected because we're inside at this point. We can shut the shade. Actually, we'll leave it open so once we hop out back, you can see the view. Before we do that, though, let's check out this window sticker real quick, see anything that I may have missed. Of course, we got the 2022 Mazda 3 2.5 turbo all-wheel drive hatchback, snowflake white pearl metallic grayish interior. Standard equipment, check this out. Ton of standard features. You got the 2.5 turbo, of course, 6-speed auto, 227 horse, 310 torque. That's on regular fuel. 18-inch black rims, 215s, LEDs all around. LED signature illumination, shark fin antenna, black front grille. Interior gives us the leatherette trim seats, power driver seat with power lumbar support, memory seats with 2 positions, heated seats, 60/40 rear fold down, Mazda advanced keyless entry, push button engine start, of course, leather wrap steering wheel, leather wrap shift knob, heated steering wheel, paddle shifters, rear armrest with cup holders and illuminated vanity mirrors. Safety and security, you can pause to take a look at all of these. We are going to get high beam control, driver attention alert, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, 4-wheel disc brakes, iActive, all-wheel drive, G vectoring control plus, all standard on your Mazda 3 turbo. Power sliding moonroof, adaptive front lighting system, auto on-off headlights, rain sensing windshield wipers, also a fantastic feature if we didn't mention. Really satisfying click. Mazda has been doing really well when it came to the headlights. We'll turn off these high beams. I'm not quite sure what those are on, but the rain sensing wipers is a great feature. I'm not quite sure why it's labeled on the window sticker, but wiper de-icer is going to be a standard feature. Not quite sure what Mazda's saying with that. Maybe they're saying that every other manufacturer just puts water in there. Although it is winter time, especially up north, I don't think many manufacturers will be able to get away with putting water in the de-icer container. Dual zone automatic climate control, 8.8-inch color center display, rear view camera, active driving display, Mazda connected services. This Bose premium audio with 12 speakers. Absolutely unbelievable sound system. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, HD radio, aluminum speaker grill. See how it's going to be aluminum on the outside of this Bose. Really impressive. I'm loving this interior, guys, overall. That's about it, though. We have Mazda radar, cruise control, smart brake assist, and the TPMS all together coming out to $31,550. Pretty impressive. We have a couple options like the black lug nuts, cargo mat, snowflake white pearls, and the $400 option, but it's a beautiful color. After a $1,000 destination charge, total MSRP sitting $33,445. Still a great value. Once we take it out for a drive, I think you guys will be much more impressed with the value of this car. But that's about it for the front seat, guys. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. All right, guys, stepping in the back seat of the 2022 Mazda 3 Turbo. Up top, everything's still gonna be soft touched. The red contrast stitching for the leather red trim beneath. Also nice aluminum, integrates perfectly with the well-weighted door handle. That grayish material leatherette trim is gonna surround your arm area. Soft armrest, not the softest. I do wish that Mazda kind of fix the weird feel with this. It kind of feels like stiff with the leather, then the padding does feel very soft. Auto one touch. For the rear, also impressive feature, really thick glass. I don't know if you guys can pick it up on the camera. I'm liking the grab handle, another one of your 12 speakers. Storage, not gonna be anywhere close to the front, but wouldn't really be expected. You can probably fit a small sandwich in here. As far as the cups, you're not gonna fit any cups, I don't think, unless you're reckless and want to lean them sideways. As far as the seats, they can be pretty well bolstered for a back seat. The padding's gonna go almost out to the door frame. Solid bolstering for the bottom area too. I'm liking the grayish color. Anyway, stepping inside, we can really check it out. And I'm 6 feet tall, sitting behind my comfortable seat settings, and my knees are starting to touch. So as far as legroom, not the most, definitely doable though. I can just reposition myself and get a pretty comfortable position. I wouldn't be complaining back here unless the trip was like cross country or something. But even still, this is not going to be a very uncomfortable position. As far as headroom, I'm about an inch or two until touching the headliner. And speaking of the headliner, it's going to be dark material. You don't see that very often. Great light coming in thanks to the sunroof. Map pockets behind the passenger seat, not going to be behind the driver. No air vents. I kind of wish we had air vents. As far as the center cubby area, we have to jab our hand in because we're not going to get a string. 2 cup holders. Pretty nice. Easily going to fit a 12-ounce bottle or can. As far as the interior brightness, you're not going to be able to control it with like a push like you would with a lot of other vehicles, but not really a big deal. I am liking the quality of the materials. If you're under 5'10", you should have absolutely no problem sitting back here for long trips. Other than that though, that's about it for the back seat. Let's check out the trunk real quick and then take this car out for a drive. All right, to open up this trunk, you simply push this button. It's not going to be an auto opening tailgate. Wouldn't really be expected with a hot hatch. Dealer plate almost fell out. We are going to get a tonneau cover. It is removable, but the purpose of this tonneau cover is so people that are walking by aren't going to see directly what's in your hatch, since the hatch is not going to be tinted at all. So the tonneau cover is nice. However, it is going to take up a decent amount of space. The cargo area itself, I'm liking the cutouts. It will aid when it comes to fitting a golf bag. I like the cutout itself for the trunk, so your stuff's not going to really be flying around. You get tie downs for a cargo net too. It's currently holding floor mats, license plate frame. The seats though, they're going to fall down 60-40, so if you want to fit up to say a 50, maybe a 55-inch TV, you fold those seats down and you shouldn't have any issues. We can shut this trunk right up, take one more step back, and let's take this 2022 Mazda 3 Turbo all-wheel drive out for a drive. All right guys, now we've just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2022 Mazda 3 Turbo all-wheel drive hatchback. Let's take it out for a drive. And the first thing I notice, and the reason why it's the first thing I noticed because I didn't mention it yet, but we're gonna have a heads-up display. I'm not sure if it was even on the window sticker, but the heads-up display, it's very easy to see. Outside of maybe BMW and GM, Mazda definitely has one of the best heads-up displays, and the throttle feels pretty sensitive. Very comparable to what it would feel like in the standard 2.5 non-turbo. All right guys, stepping onto this road, lean into about like a third of the way. Ooh. Wow. Once that boost kicks in, the acceleration is really good and the steering feels fantastic. The balance, the chassis with this hatchback feels extremely balanced, really playful. Throwing it in again, barely any body roll coming out. Ooh. Yeah, this thing can get up and move. We'll try an acceleration run off the line. I'll throw in the POV camera, try to give you a first-hand look driving this car, and I'll catch back with you in 1 second. But I can definitely see this thing doing 60 in around 5.5 seconds. All right, coming to a complete stop. Not sure if you guys can pick up that heads-up display, but at least from my angle, it's very easy to see. We'll rev it up to about 1500 and go. Ooh. Strong. We short shift up to at around like 5500, but it is some strong acceleration. We'll put it into sport, try out these manual paddles. Rev match downshift, that's nice. Throwing it in. Sharp steering, definitely sharp steering coming out. Whew, on the brakes, throwing it in. Wow, this thing is sharp. I'm loving this chassis. And coming out. Whew, it's ready to roll. Even on like half throttle, as soon as the boost kicks in, you're increasing speeds. We don't have to push it a whole lot farther than that. I hope you guys get the point. Whew, those rev matches are also sweet. But let's try a real world turning radius test. See if we can make a U-turn right here without having to turn around. Looks like we just barely will be able to. In second gear, roll and start. Ooh. Whew. Yep, this thing can definitely move. But when we just take it out of sport, calm down a little bit, get it out of the manual shift modes, everything calms down quite a bit. Very quiet ride. Even on this concrete pavement, you don't really hear any road noise. We're not moving very quickly, but still very quiet ride. Very similar to the preferred package, just now we're gonna have much more power. Really impressive. It would be nice to see how this thing performs on, let's say, a 93 octane tune. You could probably get this thing to close to 300 horsepower, 400 torque after a nice 93 octane tune. That will make this all-wheel drive hot hatch a true performer. But just daily acceleration going to like 1600 RPM. We already crossed 30 miles per hour. Very good torque in this motor, 320 pound-feet with premium fuel. That's definitely a number to not scoff at. One more run, we'll go to like a third throttle right here. Third throttle. Yeah, good torque. You can really pick up speeds in this vehicle. In this area, we're not gonna push it a whole lot farther. It's like a park, some kids walking around, so just relax drive. We have a sharp turn in about 100 yards, so you'll see one more. And then we're gonna be following it up with a couple speed bumps. It'll really show this vehicle's composure. Right here, not really gonna slow down, just throwing it into this 90-degree turn. Ooh, all the stuff's flying around, but the vehicle stays completely flat. Speed bump will slow down, but not too much. Yeah, you definitely feel a speed bump, but it handles it with basically no problems. We were going about 20 miles per hour over it. And you feel the manhole covers too. It's not gonna be quite as soft of a ride as the CX-5. You probably shouldn't expect it to be. Definitely not going to be nearly the same ride as the CX-9, but it's still a very solid ride for a compact hatchback, compact sedan. Other than that, guys, that's about it. Really impressed with this 2022 Mazda 3 hatchback. We reviewed the Mazda 3 hatchback with the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated engine and the 6-speed manual and 6-speed automatic. This has to be my favorite simply because of the added power. The interior is just as good as the other ones. I personally think that all Mazda 3s have a fantastic interior. It's just with this power plant, it's just so much more fun to drive. It's not gonna be the most luxurious vehicle in Mazda's lineup. It's gonna be one of their least expensive base vehicles, so you shouldn't expect it to be the uber luxury when it comes to a Mazda, but this is about as good as they're gonna get when it comes to performance. It's not going to be a Miata when it comes to like the handling and fun, throwing it through the corners and stuff, but as far as acceleration, as far as numbers, like stat sheet speed, this is probably Mazda's quickest vehicle. So really impressive car. I would definitely suggest anybody looking for a compact sedan, compact hatchback, but wants a little bit of punch to go along with it, but doesn't want to overpay out the door, I would definitely suggest checking this vehicle out. Comparing it to like vehicles like the Kia K5 GT, it's going to be, I would say, close to as fast. It's going to be a little bit more powerful when it comes to horsepower, but that vehicle is just front wheel drive. So comparing it in terms of grip and actual usable power, I'm taking this thing over the K5 GT all day, every day. It's not going to be quite as luxurious or spacious, but as far as like driving experience, this vehicle 100% comes out on top whether you're going for the sedan or the hatchback. Other than that, huge thank you to Tyrone Square Mazda here in St. Petersburg, Florida for making this review possible. Really impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to it below, and they have a very kind management and staff. And thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time making this video. Really fun car. I would definitely suggest, again, anybody looking for a compact, sporty hatchback, check this one out. And please subscribe if you've already subscribed. Thank you so much. You guys know I have endless gratitude for all the subscribers. The channel is just not possible without you, and I have a true appreciation for each and every one of you guys for your constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific vehicles you'd like to see reviewed in this channel too. And I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.